Chef Cathy Whims has made her mark on the local and national culinary scene. You may know her best as 6-time James Beard Award finalist for her work as the chef and owner of Nostrana in Southeast Portland.
Well, now she's adding author to her illustrious resume, unveiling her new cookbook, The Italian Summer Kitchen, Timeless Recipes for La Dolce Vita. Chef Whims joining us in studio to talk all about it. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Emily.
Yes, thanks for being here.
So happy to have you here.
You know, Cathy, you became one of my favorite people the first time I cut into a pizza at Nostrana with those kitchen shears and said, this is so delicious. What about Italian food and Italian cooking has kept your love all these years?
Well, it did start with pizza.
Yeah?
So that's a really good story.
We have that in common.
And I felt like when we opened Nostrana 20 years ago, there weren't many pizza places that weren't chain pizza restaurants in Portland.
Sure.
And I really thought Portland needed something like that. But besides that, I thought, why not? It doesn't have to be just pizza. We can have a full-on menu. So that's what we have. We make our own pasta. We have our own wood-fire grill that we grill meats and fish on, and the wood-burning oven for the pizza. And so we got to do a lot of different things.
Yeah, you kind of blazed the trail when it came to Portland becoming this pizza mecca, for lack of a better word to put it. So talk about the inspiration that went from Nostrana and now is moving toward this cookbook that you came out with.
Well, I think, you know, opening a restaurant is quite a lot of work.
Yeah.
And we're in our 20th year now, and I have an incredible staff that really take care of things and really let me relax, and I finally felt like I had time to write a cookbook. And so I thought, what would it be? And it could have been a restaurant book, like Nostrana restaurant recipes, but then I thought, I really want people to cook at home, and I want them to feel like they can bring Italy into their own home. And what season would be the most you know, evocative of Italy, and I think that had to be summer.
Yeah.
Every Italian can take a holiday in August by law, and some people take the whole month of August off, some people take 2 weeks, and I think it's just the part of living in Italy that is so special and such a special time to visit.
Oh my gosh, yeah. La Dolce Vita is a real thing, a real way of life there for Italian summer. So how do you capture that in a cookbook?
Well, actually, that's a good question, because I decided to capture it with beautiful illustrations. Because I thought rather than photographs, an illustration is more like a dreamy sort of state of being in Italy. And we found this amazing illustrator. Her name's Kate Lewis. She lives near Knoxville, Tennessee. And we just hit it off right
Yeah,
off
looking
the
at some of
bat.
these illustrations that are in the book right now, they're gorgeous drawings.
So anyway, so we took photographs of places I'd visited and food that I've made, pictures of my kitchen, pictures of pottery. Actually, Kate's illustrations really remind me of hand-painted Italian pottery.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just worked out really well. And I think people are sometimes intimidated by food photographs because everything looks so perfect.
Right.
And then I even myself think, and I'm, you know, a professional chef, can I really make it look that good? So I think the illustrations let people feel a little freer when they're cooking.
It is really playful. I love how beautiful but playful it is, really inspiring people to bring La Dolce Vita into their home. So what are some of the recipes featured in this book?
Well, there's lots of pasta, because what is Italy but not pasta, of course, and pizza. And there are pizza recipes. I think one of the great recipes to start with is a spaghettini, which is really thin spaghetti with prawns, and it's sauteed with some olive oil and garlic. Very few ingredients, parsley and lemon, and it's very easy. Anyone can make it. And everything is in the grocery store that you need for that. So I think that would be a great one to start with.
That's fantastic.
There's also a lot of fruit desserts because, of course, summer fruit. And it's so perfect for those of us who luckily live here in the Pacific Northwest, because pretty soon we're going to have the strawberries on the market. We're going to have the cherries after that. Then we'll have the peaches and the nectarines. And all of those are just such great fruits that come from our area.
Yeah. I think it's great too that you get a chance to show folks that Italian cuisine is more than just pizza and pasta, and it's always so ingredient focused, right? You can have the simplest dish with the right ingredients and it's just magical.
God, and well, you totally got it, because that is what Italian food is. It's like taking the best ingredients you can find and then letting them shine and not trying to cover them up. And that's the essence of Italian cooking for me. And even more in the summertime when you don't want to struggle and labor over a dish over the stove. You want to go out and play and then come back and
you don't want to be sweating over the oven.
Yeah, and put a quick dinner on the table that
You want
tastes
dolce
vibrant.
vita. So that's what we're going to do with this book. This is great. Well, Chef Whims, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Great to have you on the couch, Cathy. And if you want to check out her new book, they're having a launch party at Nostrana tonight. It starts at 5. Tickets going for $20. And this Saturday, Cathy will be at Powell's at 3 p.m. for an in-depth book